All right, Shalom, Kala Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash. All right, double honor to the elder apostles, a great millstone, and peace and blessings to all you brothers. Pushing the truth in all sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe, underneath the banner and the standards of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, so, today I'm just gonna bring out some quick scriptures, man. This guy, okay, that you see on the screen, it's a British MP, and this is having to do with the U.S. accused of dropping white phosphorus in Syria, okay, over the a day and a half ago, maybe, okay, but I'm just gonna let it play. All right.
George Galloway. George, based on the track record of the United States, are you surprised by allegations it's deploying white phosphorus in Syria?
Not remotely. The United States used white phosphorus against the people of Fallujah in the west of Iraq in the immediate aftermath of the invasion and occupation of that country. I have actually been present when white phosphorus munitions were being dropped. I've been in hospitals in Beirut in 1982 next to small children with white smoke coming out of their mouths and their noses.
See, now, okay. Just like you said in Isaiah the 47th chapter, okay. Now your shame is being uncovered, man. Okay, you already had occupied Iraq, and to run out the rest of the people of Iraq, okay, whether they were citizens or military personnel, what have you, you used white phosphorus. Now, when you go to the Geneva Convention, you can't hurt non-combatants, man. Okay, and you're supposed to be brought up on war crimes for that, and that's what this MP of the British military is alluding to. Where's the charges of war crimes? Okay. And it says, this is from the Geneva Convention. It says a war crime is an act that constitutes a serious violation of the laws of war that gives rise to individual criminal responsibility. Examples of war crimes include internationally killing civilians or prisoners, torturing, which America is guilty of, okay? Guilty of killing prisoners, okay? Taking hostage, okay, destroying civilian property, all the bombs that they currently had let off over there in Syria, destroying hospitals, education centers, which are schools and civic centers and stuff like that, okay? So people can't further their life, man, okay? Taking hostages, performing perfidy is a form of deception in which one side promises to act in good faith with the intentions of breaking that promise. And that's America all day. The unsuspecting enemy is exposed. Perfidy constitutes a breach of the laws of war, and so is a war crime, as it degrades the protection and mutual. Okay, so you trick people into, that's America all day, man. You're guilty, man. The world is finding you guilty on all accounts, man. But the real judge is yet to come, okay? And he's on his way, because that's who's going to judge this place once and for all, okay? Get back to the video.
White phosphorus ate its way through them, through their respiratory tracts, into their lungs, and of course all over their skin. So it's no surprise.
So white phosphorus, which is called white peat, okay, it burns inside and outside, okay? It can eat your face off. It can it basically it disintegrates you, okay?
Is that this munition used against civilians is completely illegal, and the United States stands now accused of a brazen illegal act, compounding the fact that every bomb dropped by the United States in Syria is illegal. It has absolutely no basis in international law. It's unsanctioned by the Security Council of the United Nations, and the United States and Britain, for that matter, are operating in Syria entirely illegally.
There you go. So the two countries that never get put up on sanctions, which I was going to mention, okay, these two countries, one is the mother of America, which is the Britain, okay, and then America is the daughter of Britain, okay. When you go into history, where did the people that settled over here come from? Okay, so these two Edomite nations, which are the ruling class of the world, because pursuant to Job 9:24, it says the earth was given into the hands of the wicked, and these are the people, these two nations that continents that he spoke of. I want to say that. So Britannia in America, okay, are found guilty. All right.
Criminals. That makes them brigands, bandits. It's funny, isn't it? We never hear the mainstream media in your country or mine describe our armed forces in such language.
See? So he pointed it out, man. This guy was speaking truth, man. For that brief moment in time, the Lord put the spirit on him to let's just get it, man. Jeremiah 51. And I'll go straight to the point, okay? Because America has a rude awakening coming forward, man. And it's in the form of the nuclear missile, all right? And this is Jeremiah 51 and 6. I'll start from 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Like I said, that recompense is going to be in the form of those nuclear missiles, pestilence, plagues, whatever he desires, man, because he wants this place ripped down. Okay. It says, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. And that's what you're going to start seeing, man, in these UN Council security meetings. Okay. That's why this stupid bitch Nikki Haley resigned, man. Cause those looks that those people were giving her in there, man. She knew that sooner or later, you know. Look what they did to the dude over there in Turkey. Okay. He knew any minute what they're approaching is U.S. officials being dragged out of embassies and onto the street, hung up high, heads cut off, hung, okay, like I said, tortured in front of cameras, women or men, okay, because this nation has did so much wickedness, okay. Let's go to Habakkuk. This time is fastly approaching, man. It says, I start at 1, and I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. The Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth. And that's what I'm doing, man. Okay? Because what you're seeing now in the world is the prophecies coming true. Okay? and the curses being turned back upon the nation of Edom. Okay, and it's all in the scriptures. And that's why the Lord had us write it plainly. Okay, and when I say us, the Israelites, okay, the true people of the holy power, which is Yahweh and His Son Yahweh Shai. Okay, our forefathers wrote this plainly on tables. Okay, so that we can understand it in this time. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Okay, and that's what we're saying. It's not at that steady pace anymore where you're wondering how is it going to happen. We know how it's going to happen now, and it's not tarrying. We see it speeding up. The prophecies are coming forth. Time is winding faster, okay, or going faster, I should say. You know, you blink, okay, 5 days go by. It's that fast to a spiritual man. All right. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith, by his faith. So the ones that soul is not upright in them, mainly Edom and the wicked of this nation or kingdom or this earth, it's not upright in him, but mainly it's Esau. But the just shall live by faith is that small remnant, okay? The small remnant of the nation of Israel, all right? 144 and the 1/3 elect. Yea, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desires hell, and that's death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Okay, and that's what you see, man. He's a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Like the guy said, he said America and Britain are invading that space unlawfully. Okay, they have no reason to be over there. All right, and they're committing death on it. Okay, all day long. Now the problem over here in America is, and you got DJ Donald Trump. He's trying to stop this heaping onto him all people, because that was the credence on Ellis Allen. Okay. Now he wants to stop that. See, he's a man that Edom's a man that goes back on his word. When things get too heavy, he breaks down and he rips up treaties and decrees and what have you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he promised to you, know that it's not going to last for long. Okay? And this is why, like it said, the nations are mad. Habakkuk 2:6, it says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Okay, and all the nations know that we're in debt. Okay, up to our it's over our head, man. We're drowning in it. Okay, and when I say we, I'm not talking about me per se, but the nation of Edom, their kingdom. Okay, I'm just the Alice, man. I'm a slave. I work day in and day out for nothing, man. I'm not getting ahead nowhere. I don't see myself 30 years from now retiring and all that bullshit. Okay, I see myself in the kingdom of heaven, man. Any day now, man. Any day now. Okay. Whether it's the Lord's will of me to be one of the chosen elect, or to come back on the other side. Okay. But Lord's will that, I'm one of the hopeful elect, man. Okay. Because I stay out of mischief to the best of my ability, and I do what the scriptures say, man. Pray, repent, and keep your head high, man. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them, and that's what's going to happen. Okay. In America. And it's this guy speaking the truth, man. Let's just get some more, and then I'm gonna read some more of this.
No, in fact, the opposite of true. It's true. Whenever the Syrian government is accused of using chemical weapons, the UN Security Council holds dramatic meetings, usually starring U.S. Ambassador Nikki Haley and her condemnations of Assad. Is there a double standard when it comes to allegations of the use of chemical weapons in Syria there?
Gigantic, but
Let me get this scripture. I forgot to get this one up. Psalm 73 and 5. Let's just get it real quick. I'll start at 4. Psalm 73 and 4. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. Okay. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. And that's the so-called white man, which is Esau, Edom. All right. And you just heard it out of their mouth, man. Okay.
doesn't surprise me coming from perfidious Albion and Uncle Sam. What is the most shameful thing, I know I keep going on about this, is the double standards of the correspondents, the commentators, the pundits, the broadcasters, all of whom must know that what I'm saying to you and you're saying to me is absolutely unassailably true, yet none of them ever say it.
Why?
Get another script. You see, I think it's Jeremiah 51. Let me just get it. Okay, so it is on my list. I just didn't get down to it yet. Okay, so you just heard him say, let's go back, Salaki.
True, yet none of them ever say it.
Why?
They are ready at the drop of a thing. I know I keep going on about this, is the double standards of the correspondents, the commentators, the pundits, the broadcasters, all of whom must know that what I'm saying to you and you're saying to me is absolutely unassailably true, yet none of them ever say it.
Why?
They are ready at the drop of a hat to go into paroxysms of horror and to demand action if there's an allegation of the use of, say, a chlorine shell in Duma, though it turned out not to be true. Yet here is clear evidence, and not just in Syria, but in Iraq before it, a clear evidence of absolutely illegal use of a chemical weapon. What is white phosphorus other than a chemical weapon? The clue is in the name.
Let's just get it, man. All right, we'll go right to it. Because this is Habakkuk 2:15. Okay, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth the bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. And that's what America's been doing, going around spewing this wicked doctrine, philosophies, acts of terroristic bullying. Okay, all this the so-called white man is guilty of, man. And he is an Edomite. He is of the nation of Edom, which is the only nation that's fit for destruction. Okay, from the wrath of the Most High and His Son. Okay. Habakkuk 2:16, thou art filled with shameful glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. And that's what this guy's doing, man. Yo, you've been found out, man. You compromised your whole scheme and structure is imploding on itself, just like it says in Job. Okay. And I can't get the chapter because 18, 19, 20 all alludes to you coming down, man. All right, just like other scriptures in the Bible speaks of. All right. So I just wanted to put that out there, man. This, it's up. The jig is up, America. All we need is you to come forth with that microchip and do your little dance over there in World War III. Okay? For your judgment to come forth. All right? And that's what we getting ready to see, man. All right? So with that, call Allah Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kodash. Okay?